What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, then simply welcome to the channel. I'm back in my kitchen today, my little area. It's just good lighting in here to be able to film a little bit. My other light actually exploded, so I'm working with what I got today. Summer fashion is like the bane of existence for like fashion people because you can't really layer or do anything crazy. You can't really wear jackets. And jackets are like such a cheat code for like men's fashion. Think about Indiana Jones. I mean, objectively, this guy is sweating bullets, dying in this jacket in the rainforest, bro, in the Amazon. But without the jacket, it just doesn't hit, does it? Don't the jacket just hit? You know what I'm saying? But we can't do that in the summertime. But hey, that doesn't mean we can't get fly. So here are a few things I'm gonna be wearing this summer to stay cool, but also kind of stay, you know, dripped out a little bit relatively. All right, maybe I'm not gonna be like dripped out or whatever, but I'm gonna have something on. Let's get right into it. Number one is gonna be graphic cropped tees. Now specifically, I'm gonna get into wearing a little bit more of a cropped look with my graphic tees because the graphic by itself, it just kind of does a little something, adds a little bit of visual interest. A plain cropped t-shirt might be a little bit boring, and honestly, it's fine if that's what you want to go for, but sometimes I feel like my outfits are a bit minimalistic, and so I want to go with something a little bit more like showy or flashy. Obviously, you don't have to crop a t-shirt depending on your body type. That may not look good on you, but a graphic t-shirt in and of itself adds a little bit of more interest to your outfit. Like I said, it's just a little bit less boring. Crazy enough, a cropped t-shirt on me doesn't actually look all that cropped. I'm like average height, aka I'm a short king. So honestly, it doesn't really matter if it's cropped or whatever, right? I'm gonna get it and it's gonna fit normal on me, honestly. I feel like a long t-shirt that's too long, it just, I don't know, it doesn't work with me unless I'm layering it underneath something. I'm not gonna do that in the summertime. Number two is gonna be a little bit more obvious, which is tank tops. I feel like tank tops are underrated as far as like style. Not only are they good for layering if you get certain types of tank tops, but tank tops by themselves can fit different as a standalone piece. They show a little bit more skin if you're in the gym or whatever, if you got good arms, maybe you wanna show that off a little bit. But in general, tank tops do add a little bit of more interesting twist to an outfit because it's not your standard fitting t-shirt. Me personally, I have a few tank tops, honestly. I have a couple from different brands, or rather a few from different brands. Is three a few? Anyways, just bought this one from Free Note Cloth from Guilty Party, and it is a green, sort of like military colored tank top, and it's got these wide panels that are kind of like ribs but just like spread out. Definitely not your standard texture of tank top that you normally would see. I think that green tank tops honestly are just something I don't normally get, and it just caught my eye. Honestly, I bought it impulse. For the most part, it's super comfortable. It's made of 100% cotton, and if you care, it's made in USA with Japanese fabrics. Now, if that's a little bit too out of your price range because it isn't, exactly cheap, you can go and get a COS tank top. It's I think $29 now, but it used to be $22, and inflation is hitting us. Made of 100% cotton, and it doesn't have like that longer sort of like old school vibe of a tank top. It's more modern, contemporary, whatever you want to say, and they have a bunch of like sort of muted color palettes that kind of lend themselves to like a more minimalistic look. But it's super versatile, and honestly, as a standalone piece, it doesn't look bad because it's all black, but it definitely works really well as a layering piece. This has a more classic rib texture, but it's a better quality because it does keep a lot of its shape. It doesn't like stretch out to a point where it's just like never gonna go back to its original form. And also, it's not super expensive, but it is a super soft and made of a decent long staple cotton. And of course, it has that elastane in it, so it's not 100% cotton, but I don't think you want your tank tops to be 100% cotton because it won't have that same stretch. Cotton does tend to be a little bit more rigid. Still going along with black tank tops, if you want something a bit more loose and less fitted, I would say a better standalone piece for a tank top might be the Comme des Garçons shirt tank top. I have one that I got on sale, but if you don't want to wait around for the sale, maybe just get on Grailed and probably find one. I think they retail at $50, so it's in between the Free Note and the COS. It's somewhere in the middle as far as price. I got mine for $25 on Essence, and honestly, it's a pretty versatile piece. Now, not everyone likes Comme des Garçons and the sort of the avant-garde look, but this is definitely a versatile piece. Again, I wear this as a standalone piece because it's more loose, but I can also use it to layer. All right, we changed location because now we're in my room. I'm gonna show you a couple of my accessories because that's another thing I'm gonna be wearing during the summertime. Accessories just jazz up the outfit a little bit more, makes everything a little bit more fun instead of sterile. and sort of boring because again, you can't really wear a whole bunch of stuff in the summertime. So things like hats and jewelry, glasses of all sorts, those are definitely going to be things that I'm going to be gravitating towards more in the summertime because my wardrobe normally kind of lacks accessories. I feel like a lot of people kind of get on me about that. They're like, dude, where are your accessories? And they have like a valid point, honestly. So here are a couple of the things that I'm going to be wearing: a couple of hats, a couple of pieces of jewelry. Honestly, I need to update my jewelry because I've only worn the 2 pieces of jewelry for years, honestly. And then, of course, I have a ton of hats. And then I have some sunglasses, and of course a pair of actual like prescription glasses. Make sure that everything is, relatively stylish, because if it's something I need, because for example I have bad eyesight, so of course I need like actual glasses and contacts, and then sometimes the sun bothers me a lot, and so I do need sunglasses. So it's sort of like a medical thing, but it's also the case I do want to look good or relatively okay. The 2 most worn hats, I'll say the 3 most worn hats, probably this Ralph Lauren hat, this double RL, this kind of red, dusty, faded trucker hat. Then I have this New York Yankees cap. Everyone has this hat. Daniel Simmons has this hat. Literally, this is the most sold hat in all of history. And then also the bare knuckles hat. I wear this one a lot because I don't know, I just kind of felt like it started to grow on me, honestly. Like the more I wore it, I was like, man, like, I don't know, it's just a comfortable hat to wear on my head. The shape kind of bothered me at first, but honestly, like, I kind of grew to like it. And I really want Bare Knuckles to restock hats and make more, but they haven't come out with any design. So Jacob Keller, I know you're not going to be watching this, but make more hats. Alright guys, the whole point of this video was to be a little bit different, like give you guys a little bit of a summer like fashion guide that isn't typical. Like a lot of people say the same old things like flip-flops, shorts, and then like a t-shirt and so on and so forth. I try to give like a little bit of a different approach to it and still also be honest and true with like what I'm going to be looking to wear. All the other stuff is obvious, shorts and stuff like that. I didn't want to put that in the video. But again, hopefully this helps, like I say all the time. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Until next time.